Hi everyone, Bandanner here, and a very warm welcome back to the monthly WARNO tournament from SD League for October. Today, a very special game. We have P.Uri.Tanner over on the left in red, playing as the 39th Infantry, and over on the right in blue we have Razzmann with a completely different name. Yes, Razzmann of Wargame Red Dragon fame. Hopefully is going to get annihilated here by Tanner. Please note that, unlike most of my games, I am rooting for the opponent of Razzmann, and will be in every single one of these games. And if he wants to know why, it's because he put on the middle of the map there, Bandanner, if you see this, you suck. He also wrote in chat, which you can't see here because I watched the game live, in chat he put FU Bandanner as well. So we're living in hope that he fails miserably. Let's have a quick look at what these guys have down. So, couple of Motorrazvedka there for Tanner heading over to this side of the map, and an MI2 for this side. Motorrazvedka obviously in those rocket attack choppers. Down here we have a mix of stuff, BMP2s and 3s, the Motostrelki and Pulmachiki heading over this way with some Strelas, a Command and an Igla. Command looks to be going in here and then over to Charlie. At this side we have BMP2 and BMP3 with an Igla again, and those infantry heading up to Bravo. Very small amount there. Let's swing around the other side. Razzmann with loads of Jäger here, all pushing up into this point. He wants to try and hold Delta, so he's going in with some decent-sized recon squads. Got a Bradley heading up here to the middle. We have a couple of Milan 1s here and a Stinger heading into Guard Alpha. And we've got quite a lot of other units coming in for Alpha as well. We've got some mech rifles and Abrams and a Chaparral. Obviously wanting to perhaps take Bravo as well this side. Down here we've got some Hamatsuchin, and we've got some M150s for recon. We've got a Fighting Falcon coming in the back there. Already got some Motostrelki coming in for the bottom by the looks of it for Tanner again. Let's switch into... oh, Fighting Falcon there, diving on that Mi-80, but doesn't get the kill. Has a reasonable amount of health, that thing. Let's get ourselves down in on the action here. I think the first battle we're going to see is probably down here for this point. That jet is coming back around. There's no AA firing at it at the moment. Strelas are just arriving now. He does get the kill on that chopper. Does take some damage and will be evac now. Oh, that is a lucky F-16. Managing to dodge all those missiles as it leaves the map. That'll take a while to repair. Tanner a little bit lagging behind here. Does look like Razzmann is going to be into this bottom point with quite a few units. Hamatsuchin there, the M150s covering as well. Rockets coming around here. Those units have been spotted obviously by the Motorrazvedka because the command has been turned away from that point. Obviously, there's no anti-air there for Razzmann, so this will be a good time for that chopper to come in and do some damage. Loads of fire support from those BMPs going in towards the town, or the industrial area there, I should say. Do see up at the top, Razzmann's units moving sort of forward towards Tanner's side of the map. But those Jäger not looking great right now. A lot of fire support from all those BMPs, and even more BMP2s on the way there for Tanner. He's going to be dishing out a lot of damage with those things. Obviously the autocannon's a lot better now, and if you have 4 or 5 of them firing in at a building, they are ripping infantry to shreds. A little bit of skirmishing at the top as well now. Those Milans firing off at the BMP at the back. Mech rifles also joining in, but having a rough time of it. But the Abrams there making quite a bit of difference for Razzmann. But the BMP3 trying to get a side shot on it. It does turn into it. BMP3 now being engaged by the Milan. Oh, BMP3 badly damaged there. Will need to get out of there and rearm and repair. It can repair. It does have the supply truck. It does get a nice hit on the M1 Abrams with a missile, but that'll be that out of the picture. Back at the other side, some of those BMPs arriving at the back now, and the BMP3s and BMP2s pushing in towards this point. Should be able to get some good shots on these Jaeger. Yeah, Jaeger in open ground, moving between buildings. Lots of fire went down there. Yeah, look at them. Absolutely getting ripped to shreds by those autocannons right now. What a mess. Razzmann quite rightly retreating those back out of the line of fire. Currently looking pretty good for Tanner in terms of number of forces here. And he's obviously caused a lot of stress and cohesion loss for Razzmann's infantry there. I will note all of Razzmann's infantry so far coming in low ranked. We do have some ranked up stuff for Tanner though. You can see some ranked up Mostrelki there. Chaparral coming in back here, and a command finally coming in for Razzmann. He did forget them at the start of this game. Eventually has called them in. Gave a little advantage early on to Tanner. Tanner moving in on this point now, bringing in his command as well. Managing to take out one of those M150s. The other one getting shot from the other side. Oh, missile misses though. BMP-2's firing again. I think the M150 there was trying to get a shot off on that command. Doesn't manage it. It is now being retreated. But in here, again, all of that firepower coming in against these infantry. There are so many BMPs and even more coming in at the back. Look at that. Tanner is going to completely overwhelm with those BMPs. Here's a laser-guided bomber, the first of the match. Going in surely to kill the command. Yep, there it goes. Obviously, there's a guy, the bomber's very good right now, being used an awful lot. Good fire support from that chopper at the back here against those infantry. There's a guy, the bomber coming back around for another pass, dropping into the bomb. I assume going for a BMP. I don't know if it even dropped there. Could be it took some more damage. Now the laser guided bomber coming in from the other side. Looks like it's heading into the top of the map there. Possibly going for that Abrams. Unsure. It's veered off, taking fire from the Stinger and the Chaparral. Good use of mortars. Lots of smoke. Very Wargame Red Dragon. Oh, bomb goes in there. What's it gone in on? Went in on the building there, I think. Trying to get the Stinger. M150 destroyed. That'll be the one down here, I think. Smoke not really done much good for Razzmann there. It's allowed Tanner to push in with his infantry. And there's a lot of it there. And there's 3 more squads arriving in those BMP-2s. I think Razzmann is out of this point. And those mech rifles in their M113s at risk at the back there. Not a lot in this bottom point, or the very bottom point here for Tanner, but he should be able to hold it without too much issue now. Obviously, the main issue for Tanner will be what happens at the top here. That command heading up to the top now so that Razzmann can cap both of these points most likely. Tanner does have quite a few units sat outside that point. Of course, Razzmann has a lot covering it as well. Over at this side of the map, it is looking very, very red. I mean, look at all those BMP-2s as well at that side, firing across. If they can get a nice hit on that M1 Abrams, surely that Abrams dies here. It has 1 pip of health. Something has to get a shot on it. Bradley over at this side going up against the BMP-3. BMP-3 gets the kill. Loads of missiles coming in. There it goes. M1 is down. Laser guided bomber coming in on those BMPs. Will get one of them at least. Yes, it does. Takes out one with pinpoint accuracy, but the other 3 survive. And again, that is a lot of firepower round this side of the map for Tanner with those autocannons. Razzmann certainly in trouble down here at the moment. There's no way he's staying in this point. Waiting for a command. There indeed is a command at the back of the map for Tanner. Hopefully it will be coming in to take this point. He lost his previous command to the laser guided bomber. Look at those Jaeger out in the open, just being torn to shreds by all of those autocannons. How many autocannons was that? 6, 7? 7 autocannons. Cobra coming in here. How much AA does Tanner have down? Cobra engaging on those infantry and buildings, just as the Mi-8T rocket is. Commanding both those points at the top now for Tanner. He is currently +2. Considering he's pretty much not in this point anymore, he's got a little tick up of points. There's a guy, a bomber coming in at the top again, surely going for a juicy target. Maybe the command. No, went for one of the buildings, I think, with the infantry in. Has taken some damage and will need time to repair. Cannon Jagdpanzers have arrived down here. But that point is Tanner's. Laser Guided Bomber at the other side, going in for a kill on that T-80 BVK there. Does not get it, has done a lot of damage and stunned it though. Keeping up with these bombers will be a nightmare because Laser Guided Bombers are very much in heavy use in games right now. Fighting Falcon coming in here. Probably was looking for a kill on that helo. Can't see it anymore. More Strellas coming in for Tanner now. Not seen any Cubs come in yet for dealing with these aircraft. Cannon Jagdpanzers being charged into this point now. Little bit close for comfort. Obviously all those BMPs firing in from the side there. Cannon Jagdpanzers aren't a bad choice versus the BMPs, but they're simply going to get overwhelmed. Fighting Falcon there, happily sailing through. Surely it's down. No, it's going to escape on 1 pip of health once more. Luckiest F-16 in the game ever. BMP's there, badly damaged, will need a repair. But all the Cannon Jagdpanzers are down. But right now, it is stalemated, as Razzmann has maintained control at the top of the map, even though Tanner has taken complete control down here. That M1A1 in a risky position, potential crossfire there from missiles from both sides. Nice positioning on the BMPs throughout this game from Tanner. He's doing a really good job with them. But if we spin it around, I mean, look at all of this red here. So many BMPs as well. It's going to take Razzmann a while to rebuild forces to be able to push back into these points now. Obviously, he's sitting happy at the top, though reinforcements are slowly arriving up there for Tanner. He's just got some infantry and some BMP-2s there. Another tank and some more BMP-2s arriving as well. Loads of supply to rearm and repair everything down here. I mean, Tanner can just now sit pretty, rearm, repair, and wait. Because sooner or later, Razzmann will have to push these points if he wants to take this game. Just as realistically, Tanner will have to push that top point. Thunderbolt swinging around at the back there. But right now, game is looking in Tanner's favor if he can push that top point. And really, there isn't a lot in there when you look at it. I mean, Razzmann has an Abrams, 1 squad of mech rifles, a Stinger, and a command in there. Biggest threat probably comes from units behind the point in the form of those ATGMs, but realistically, they probably can't see through. No, as long as the tanks stay in this corner, those things cannot see through that tree line well enough. So just careful positioning from Tanner, and he can take that point. Obviously, the threat of those laser-guided bombers remains. Speaking of, I hear a jet coming in behind me. There's a cluster bomber coming in, going for those Abrams. That's Razzmann trying to get some leverage on this point at the bottom. Nice strike, gets a kill on the M1. The M1A1 survives, however. Mi-2 goes in for a little look. Stinger engaging on it, though. Should get out intact. Marker down on that Milan one. I think right now we're going to be in a period of waiting for both players' reinforcements to arrive. Slightly worried about this point down here. there are a lot of BMP2s and BMP3s around, but obviously infantry-wise, there's just one motor Strelky in there at the moment. And Razzmann obviously thinking about that point as a place to go for, as he has brought in that tank already. He's got Jaeger coming in down the bottom there. Be interesting to see how this pans out. Up at the top there, still a build-up of forces for Tanner. Sooner or later, he's got to push in. BMP2's heading all the way over to this side of the point here. Again, good positioning on the BMPs all throughout this game for Tanner. He's getting lots of crossfire, so he's not just leaving them all in one place. He's spreading them out. He's ensuring that units are getting hit from multiple sides. I think it's very well positioned by him. Still that Thunderbolt flying around at the back there. Milan 1's being pushed up in that top point by Razzmann now. It'll be interesting to see where they end up. Jaeger pushing across open ground here. There's the response immediately. BMP2's pushing up to get shots off on them. Realistically, I think Tanner will need to bring in some more infantry for this point sooner or later. Laser guided bomber coming in at the top. Oh no, where's it flying to? Flying in down here, actually. Going for that building at the back. Beautiful strike. Gets the kill on the Milan 1. Jaeger taking fire from the autocannons out in the open now. SC-27 coming in, engaging on the Fighting Falcon. Fighting Falcon gets the kill though. Strella's trying hard and down goes the Fighting Falcon finally. Nice bombing strike on the BMPs from the laser guided. Cub in now. Obviously increasing the chance of hitting these jets. Abrams was being pushed up there, but will have to face off against the missiles from the BMP2s. Yeah, retreated straight away. Still just trying to keep an eye on what's happening at the top there, waiting for Tanner to push back into that top point. There's the command coming in for Razzmann. He definitely wants in this point. The BMPs will be a real pain for Razzmann to deal with, though. MI8 rocket coming in there to help defend the point by the looks of it. Here comes the smoke from Razzmann. We will see this a lot from him. This is a big thing in Wargame. Lots of smoke. It's used a lot more, and it is effective. It just tends not to be used a lot in WARNO, but it can be very, very effective. And there's the move at the top. Tanner pushing in now to this point as reinforcements have arrived. He's taking a lot of fire. Razzmann has had time to move up some units, but surely he has overwhelming force here. Look, again, all these BMP2s tearing apart the infantry. T-62 should be able to move in here and do some damage. Finish off that M1 Abrams, surely. T-80 obviously at risk from incoming jets. There's the laser guided bomber. We'll be looking for a kill on that command tank again. There it goes. Bomb has been dropped. Oh. Completely missed and flew off to the back of the map. That happens when you lose target lock from time to time. The bombs just do their own thing. T-80 PVK in a good position here. Here's the push. Tanner takes this point back. Now, how aggressive is Tanner going to be here? He could potentially push straight across into the next point. There is very little stopping him here. He doesn't know that, of course. There's the Milan 1 dead. He's still got all these BMPs. Artillery coming in. There's the other Milan 1 dead. Just a tow Cobra there. Does he have any anti-air here? He does not. There is no anti-air here to deal with that Cobra. He will need to bring in a jet to deal with that then. But at the moment, the only thing standing between him and the other point at the top here is a one hit point, M1 Abrams and that tow Cobra. P.Uri.Tanner does not realise that though, or that could have been completely his. He could have had the whole top of the map there. What's happening down at the bottom? I see more movement. Slowly, lots of units pushing in here. We have a load of Heimatsuchen coming in those Unimogs. Could be going for overwhelming force in terms of infantry here. M1 Abrams clearing up the BMPs at this side. Mi-24V rocket coming in. F-16 is going for it though. Does not get the kill. Oh, it does get the kill, but it goes down itself as well. That could even be one of the anti-air missiles from the Strela. Killed them both at the same time due to the AoE explosion. Motostrelki being pulled back there. Supply vehicle hasn't been pulled back as yet. Thunderbolt in the middle taking fire from anti-air. Those BMPs pushing across the middle there. Abrams, completely surrounded by infantry, is annihilated. Heimatsuchen pushing in here, going into the line of fire of all these BMPs. Looks like Tanner is also trying to make another move at the top there, though reinforcements slowly coming in at the top for Razzmann now. One Heimatsuchen squad killed as they were trying to exit their vehicle. Now they're just being absolutely shredded by these BMPs. Obviously Heimatsuchen come in without any rank. Are getting a bit of a bonus from that command in the back there, which will cap the point. He has managed to cap the point there, but those Heimatsuchen are going to be absolutely annihilated by those BMPs. Oh, beautiful strike. Laser Guided Bomber gets the kill on the M1 Abrams. Laser Guided Bomber still in. Was it coming around for another pass there? Unsure. It appears it dropped some bombs towards the back, obviously veered off its target. Command vehicle surely going to die here. HE Bomber going in for it there. No, HE Bomber dropping at the back on the Milan 1s by the looks of it. Oh, beautiful strike. Annihilated both of them in one go. Nothing going for the command at the moment. Jaeger are down. One Heimatsuchen squad left at the back here. That was a huge amount of losses for Razzmann there. That could be game. That could be game. Tanner not making any effort to push the top there. Quite happy that he can retake the bottom and hold it, I think. He is bringing over those Motostrelki commander to retake this point. Tow Cobra's coming in, but there is plenty of anti-air down here still. Lots of Strelas in play. That command vehicle surely going to die to one of these Motostrelki squads or the BMPs. Again, very good use of those BMPs. And there's the surrender. Commiseration to Razzmann. Well played to Tanner. Yeah. Significant difference in kills to losses by the end of that game there. Tanner just staying ahead throughout. Let's have a look at those kills and losses. What did well? BMP3, BMP2. The BMPs doing absolutely fantastic that game. Interestingly, mainly those ones at the top that were doing very well that were brought in early on. Good game though, guys. Let's hop straight into game number 2. Welcome back everyone to game number 2 with Tanner and Razzmann. Razzmann over on the right in blue playing as the 5th Panzer, and over on the left in red we have Tanner playing as the 119th. So expect to see some 2A4s and some T80UDs in this game. Once again, lots of random messages from Razzmann. Let's have a look at what Tanner's got down. I'm sure Razzmann's still putting units down. He's pretty slow at that. Took him ages in the last game. P.Uri.Tanner was waiting for like 5 or 6 minutes. So, Spetsnaz OP heading up here at the moment just to deploy and defend that point. We've got a Spetsnaz OP heading up here as well to defend. We've got some Igla and Rapira at the back here. Igla's heading up there and Rapira just going to sit at the back of this point. And that's pretty clever to shoot down that road. That's quite a nice idea. Tunguska coming up here. Good unit for air defense in this deck. Got some Spetsnaz OP heading into here. We've got some Mot-Razvedka heading into these buildings here for recon. Got some Spetsnaz OP heading into here, obviously planning to go up that side of the map. Motostrelki here deploying over at this side. I wonder if that's some kind of defensive maneuver in fear of Razzmann pushing around the back. And in the middle we've got a TABVK and a Sapri to cap these 2 points. over on Razzmann's side, we have a Jaeger Avkul and a Lux heading over here, pushing quite far up actually. We got a Jaeger Avkul heading into these buildings. Oh wow, he's going for that building. So pushing up quite far. This one just heading into the forest there. We've got an Alouette heading over that side, which should be hit by the Tunguska. We've got Jaeger Avkul coming into this point here. Got an Apache opener to stop any early pushes here. And we've got some Pioneer Armbrust and some Fliegerforce heading in to defend this point. And back here, we have an early 2A4, some M48s, another Command, and some Milans all heading into the center. So we are seeing the 2A4 come out immediately. It's a big early purchase. Let's spin ourselves around, get a good look at the map. So good spread for both players. I think a lot of the fighting is going to end up being in the middle. Neither player really pushing at the bottom currently. I think where these tanks are going is where the fight will be. Get ourselves a little bit closer in. I mean, at some point I can definitely see the Spetsnaz here making a push. I mean, they are very strong units. There's not a lot standing in their way currently, just the Armbrust and the Apache. But there are a couple of Iglas there, and the Tunguska isn't far away. Tunguska actually being moved further up now by the looks of it. Could be moved right into the forest line on the central point. Currently +2 to Razzmann, but there we go. Center now swings over to Tanner. But that command will be coming back for the center. No command at this bottom point for Tanner as yet. Tanks pushing up quite aggressively in the middle here. Oh wow. Is Razzmann going for it already? Look at this. Tunguska taking out the Alouette there. Oh, the Milan going for the Tunguska though. This could be painful. Oh, it misses. Tanks pulling right back. Leo firing at the BMP. There's got a bomber comes in. Oh, what a strike. Annihilates a Leo 2A4 and one of the M48s there. It doesn't show up at the side, but it did get both of them. Tornado comes in looking for a kill on that Lesgata bomber, but it's already out of there. Command now in to neutralize the center. T80 BVK there, taking some pot shots at the M48s. What's happening over this side? Nothing at the moment. Igla gone up on the hill, as they originally intended to do. Tornado cluster going for a kill on that command tank. Does not get it and takes quite a bit of damage. Another Tunguska coming in as well now. It's going to be some good air cover for Tanner. Question is, does Razzmann have any seed to deal with those Tunguskas at any point? Looking at a little bit stalemated right now. Another Leo 2A4 coming in at the back there for Razzmann. No real movement at the bottom. Still no command in this point. Is there one called in? Let's spin around and have a look. Yes, indeed, a command finally on the way there for Tanner. And he also has a few units. Looks like some tanks coming in at the back there. Let's go and have a look at what those are. I'm seeing TO-55s. Interesting choice. I guess they're not exactly terrible to use against the M48s. Not going to be much use against the Leo 2A4 though. Obviously, a strong point of the 119th is the fact it has T80Us and T80UDs, which is a good matchup against those 2A4s. Laser Guided Bomber coming in again. What's it going for this time? Possibly the M48s? Oh no, annihilates the recon infantry. Nice strike. Panzer also coming in the back there, probably for some smoke action. Razzmann does love smoking everything. Panzer Grenadiers coming in there in the Marders. Pioneer Armbust shifting around from building to building down here. I'm not entirely sure why. So Milan 2's coming in at the back there. The Leo 2A4 trundling along. For such a fast tank, it is taking a while to get to the front here. There we go. Command finally in at this side. Everything's neutralized again, even though a nice little advantage in points there to Razzmann. I think a lot is now going to depend on what happens with those tanks in the middle. Still waiting to see those big heavy T80s. Mi-24K engaging on these Marders here. Getting some nice kills down. Surely it's going to annihilate these Marders. Seems to be struggling, and there's a jet coming in for it. F4F anti-air coming in for that chopper. Chopper has landed, still takes a bit of damage, but there's the Tunguska's absolutely tearing apart that F4F. Down it goes. Tunguska's doing the business. Mi-24K back in action here. Two commands in the center now for Tanner. One at each side. He's pulled the one that was at the bottom point there. Interesting. From Razzmann this time, trying to get some crossfire on. Got those M48 in the middle and the Leo 2A4. And then Marders and infantry at this side. T80BVK having to smoke itself there. There goes the Panzer Morser with some smoke. T80UD on the field. Now played carefully, those things are genuinely terrifying. They are so hard to kill. T80BVK had to be moved out of the point there. He's going to come back in further along, I think. We'll obviously put some stress on those Marders. They're not going to fare well against the T80 at close range. Lots of smoke going in where those tanks are. Well, the jets coming in. There's a guy of bombers, two of coming in now. Curious what they're going to go for here. Possibly for the tank in the middle. Seed coming in as well. There is a Roland 3 in play. Bombs away on the middle building. And this building here trying to clear out any infantry. Oh, one of the laser guided bombers goes down to the Roland though. That's an unfortunate loss. Seed is pulled out as the F4Fs come in. That is a nasty loss for Tanner there. Oh, he's also lost the Seed. Oh, two jets down for Tanner. Expensive losses. F4Fs will be pleased with their performance. Tunguska manages to kill one of them as it gets out of the map. The other one survives. Leo 2A4 driving along the middle here, being covered by the smoke. T80BVK trying to provide some cover for the Spetsnaz OP there, but they're not going to fare very well. They're only a small squad. All the combat happening in the center point as expected. It's where all those big tanks can engage. Apache in play at the back here. T80UD trundling around over at that side of the point. Needs to be very careful though. Is at risk from bombers. Is at risk from ATGMs in the side. Looks like the Milan 1 there is actually out. Oh no, it's prepping to fire. I thought it was out of ammo. T80UD does take a hit. A little scratch. Just a little scratch. Apache coming around here looking for a kill on those Spetsnaz. Couple of artillery pieces in coming in at the back there for Tanner along with another Rapira. Lots of smoke going down there for Razzmann. Still not actually covering anything in the middle there, but did manage to cover the Leo 2A4 moving across. Not really many tanks at this side to deal with that 2A4. I don't know if Tanner knows exactly where it is. Mi-24K coming in closer. Fliegerforsts engaging on it though, so it is thinking twice. Artillery coming in now. Going in on those Milans, I think. Hansa Morse smoking something else. T-80BVK has taken a hit there. Probably from that Leo 2A4, which is now backing off itself. Another 2A4 coming in for Razzmann at the back. He's also going to be sneaky. Look at the back of the map there. Right at the top on the forest. He's brought in a command and some infantry. He's going to try and go around the back of that defensive line. Whether Tanner sees him is another matter entirely. I hear a jet. Whatever it was has veered off already. Spetsnaz OP getting repaired here. MiG-29 did come in for that jet. Or possibly going for the Apache, but has thought better of it. Smoke going down again around that 2A4 for protecting. Another T-80BVK being called in by Tanner here. T-80UD still trundling around in the middle of the point there. Any more T-80UDs on the way? Not as yet. MiG-29 still in play. Leo 2A4 there, pushing up quite close to the infantry. Potential for the infantry to do some damage to it there. T-80UD firing at it from the side with a missile. Does miss, unfortunately. Artillery coming in on that Panzermörser, which hasn't moved. Should be a kill, surely. Doesn't seem to quite be hitting the mark. Nope. It survives. Leo 2A4 out in the open here, but no tanks there to fire at it, unfortunately. Artillery coming in from Razzmann's side now. Razzmann with the 1A5 in here now as well. TO-55's taking a lot of punishment. Laser Guided Bomber comes in. Going for the Leo and gets the kill. Laser Guided Bomber took a lot of fire, but I think it is getting out alive. But that's another Leo 2A4 down in this game. T-80UD still in play in the middle. I don't think we've seen any T-80UDs lost yet. I don't know how many Tanner has in his deck. Apache coming in from the side here. Tunguska's still knocking around, but I think they're going for that Spetsnaz. Yeah. Spetsnaz OP get absolutely minced by everything there. Artillery still coming in on the center there. Another M48 goes down. Good little push here by Razzmann. He is moving in those Leos, but T-80BVK at the back there, opening up. Well, the T-80BVK slightly damaged, unfortunately. A little bit more than slightly. Oh, cluster bombers coming in for that T-80UD. Oh, T-80UD on a slither of health. Can it get out of there? 2A4 fires. No, 2A4 is firing at the infantry. T-80UD is going to survive that. Just needs to get back and repair now. Some more TO-55s coming in. Still only the one T-80UD in this game. I feel like a couple of those would really just plow through a Leo 2A4 that's on its own in the middle now. Apache taking a lot of fire from the Tunguskas. They do not get the kill though. It is out. But well defended by Tanner. He's managed to survive. He's got his 2 command tanks in there. But look at the other side of the map. Still those units trundling through the forest there. Looking to get in the back of that point. Artillery coming in on that Leo 2A4 there. Hasn't managed to get any hits on it, I don't think. Surprised, very, very surprised, we haven't seen more T80UDs. Some more T55s coming in there, but obviously they don't pose a huge threat to that Leo 2A4. Another 2A4 coming in down at the bottom here again. Nice positioning by Razzmann on these tanks. Obviously his micromanaging skills are very, very efficient, especially after playing a lot of Wargame Red Dragon. So he likes to have one at each side so he can get some crossfire and things done. Lots of supplies coming in to repair everything. T80UD looking in a better position in the middle there. There's infantry and the command pushing around the top there. Leo 2A4 just killing some transport vehicles. We are in a quiet period again while both players build up and repair. Grenadiers coming in down here again. More Marders. Proven very useful for Razzmann in this game. Just one artillery piece in there for Razzmann. Just being used for harassment more than anything, I think. Milan 2 spotted down here. Will likely be hit by artillery soon. Let's head on over to the other side of the map. I think the next big bit of action is going to be these units pushing into the back of this point. I think it's worth us being over here to see what happens. Obviously that Rapira is going to be right in their face. That Rapira might be a real pain for Razzmann pushing in here. It's quite well positioned. Giving us a good spin around the map. There's been very little movement here. I mean, we never really saw these Spetsnaz move into this point either. I genuinely thought they were going to make a push at some point, but they've not done that. What can that see out of interest? Can see into the forest a little bit, can see all the way down that road. That's a very nice position for that gun. Obviously, it's not invisible or anything, but it's quite nice. Another Leo 2A3 coming in there. I am seeing right now that Razzmann is building up a lot of heavy tanks at his side of the center there. Laser Guided Bomber coming in. What's it going for? Surely another tank. No, went for the Milan 2. And it's dead. That is both the Laser Guided Bombers down for Tanner. Unfortunate, as they were very useful against those heavy tanks. Leo 2A4 being used as really good harassment against those T80 BVKs. T80UD is pushing in now to assist. Now it's been repaired. I really feel like the 119th could be fielding more T80s here. But it really isn't in this fight. Here we go. T80's moving in on the Leo 2A4. Leo 2A4 surely going to smoke itself. Leo 2A3 smokes. Here comes the 2A4 and the 1A5's in the center. This is a nice position for Razzmann here because he's technically got the T80 BVK in a bit of a crossfire situation. Oh, he's moved into the forest. He hasn't moved in on the tanks. There comes a cluster. Cluster gets a nice strike. Just catches a T80UD. One T80 BVK badly damaged. T80UD was taking fire from the Milan 2. Where is that T80UD going? Side shot from the 2A3. T80UD smokes itself, but a missile still coming in from the Milan. Milan finishes the job. Very, very awkward positioning on that T80UD there. Down here in the meantime, sorry, got completely distracted. Tanner has lost this point to Razzmann. Razzmann has managed to get in there with his command and cap it. Plenty of armbusts moving in here. There is a T80 BVK coming in already to recap the point though. But a real mess at the top there. Some badly damaged Leos. Very badly damaged. I think another Leo... No, Leo 2A4 getting repaired at the back there. The ones in the middle taking artillery fire but surviving. Tanner for a while was looking fairly solid, but currently it is +4 to Razzmann. He is racking up those points right now. There we go. Command moved from the center into that bottom point there. T80 BVK coming in against those armbusts, but a bit close for comfort. Needs to reverse. T80 BVK taking a lot of damage here. There you go. Smoked finally. Not a lot at this side of the middle, but in the patchy doing a really good job at protecting it for Razzmann. Over at the far side, Leo 1A5's pummeling the infantry, just moving out across an open field here. There's a HE and a cluster bomber in as well at the moment. Leo 2A3 able to put in some serious fire as well. Artillery is coming down on it right now. And my 24K at the other side cleaning up those armbusts. There's the cluster coming in. Is now being evac'd. Not sure why Tanner's infantry is just charging across open ground here. Obviously, we'll be revealing positions of tanks and things, but very risky. Good use of artillery there. Leo 2A3 taking a lot of damage. Will not get a kill, I don't think, though. But took a lot of damage. Leo 2A4 cleaning up units at the front there. There was an attempt to smoke, but a T80 BVK is down. Tanner using those T80 BVKs as frontline tanks a lot in this deck. He does have quite a few of the T80 BVKs. But I'm really surprised we haven't seen more T80 used in UDs. Lots of TO55s being used this game by Tanner. Good positioning again from Razzmann though. I mean, he's got the top of the map here, which means he can shoot in from the side. That Rapira not looking so healthy right now. There is a push finally at the bottom, as Tanner is pushing in to this point. But there is quite a lot waiting for him now. It's not like earlier in the game. There are quite a lot of units there. MI-24K could potentially be beneficial, but there are a couple of Flieger forces in there. There is also still the Fuchs Commander for Razzmann at the back of the map there, which I think is going to make a run for the other point in the center rear of the map. Yeah, these Spetsnaz not getting very far there at all, unfortunately. T80 BVK taking artillery fire, which is missing, but it will make it difficult to reverse. Leo 2A4 hitting it hard right now. That Leo 2A4 just does not want to die. Both tanks very stressed out. Sapri managed to make it to that wrecked building in the middle of that central point. Well, Spetsnaz taking a lot of fire from the Leo 1A5 there at the other point. A little bit of a push at the far side of this point, but there is a Leo 1A5 there waiting. Takes out the BMP with a little effort. Tanner still has two T80 BVKs. One is badly damaged. A second one is badly damaged at the far side of this point. One is being pushed up, seemingly to engage that Leo 1A5. Very risky with these T80 BVKs, the play at the moment. Those Martyrs pushing right round the back here. Oh, the Fuchs has disturbed the UAZs. Surely that has been spotted. Surely that has been spotted going across the back there. There are artillery pieces back there, but the Marders just pushing along the back of the central point. Cluster coming in for that T80 PVK. Does not get the kill. T80 PVK well out of the way. Tanner not quite managing to push into this point though. Spetsnaz very badly damaged. Jaeger coming in now to stall them completely. T80 BVK just being charged into a Carl Gustav, the 1A5, and some Jaeger Aufgel here. Some good fire support from the Rapira and the TO55s at the back there. But the T80, sorry, being sent as the front unit here. There's the other cluster. Surely that is going to finish the job here. I'm not entirely sure why that was being used as the front line unit. Very, very risky. Another command being called in, as that command did cap the back point. Currently +4 again to Razzmann. He's just racking up those points, being very sneaky with his commands. The command is dead, obviously, now. Loads of reinforcements coming into this point. Look at all of those Jaeger. Razzmann does not want to lose this point. Tunguska moved in, engaging at close range. Another T80 BVK just pushed up towards the point there. Gets taken out by the Carl Gustav. One Leo, 2A4 remains here, and the 2A3. Another 2A3 heading over towards the other side of the map there from the center. F4F goes down, but at this stage, Tanner isn't looking in a great position. HE Bomber coming in, going for those tanks, but misses, obviously. There's so much infantry defending that point now. Tanks are not going to get a look in. T80 BVK pushing at this side, but there are plenty of M48s, a Leo 2A3 and a Leo 2A4 there, and there are Milans strewn about still, one in the center there. T80 BVK here, again, being used as a frontline unit without any other supporting tanks. That is going to get minced by all of those tanks, surely. There we go. Leo 2A4 coming in the center there. And the Leo 2A3 finish off that command tank. Center point goes back to Razzmann. There was a command coming in, but obviously it's been killed by those Marders. The Marders will be dealt with by the Mi-24K probably. But unfortunately for Tanner, that did not go well. He's lost a lot of command tanks in a very short period of time. And at the moment, Razzmann does have... and he's going to potentially lose that 2A3 to artillery here, but he's still got 2A4s on the field. And a 2A3 at the other side there. AC-24HE goes down at the far side of the map. Some infantry pushing in at this side. T80 another T80 BVK. Wow, Tanner has a lot of T80 BVKs in this deck. Lots of BMP-1s coming in at the far side there. I expect to defend that point because Razzmann may well try and push on that point now. Leo 2A3 here taking a lot of fire from that Rapira. And now missiles as well. It has smoked itself. Will be kept alive. 2A4 there getting some repairs. Good use of artillery by Tanner this game. Has managed to cause lots of issues for Razzmann's tanks, to be honest. Panzer Grenadiers here engaging on the infantry coming in on this side. I'm looking for how Tanner can pull this back now, but he needs heavy tanks. There's a T80U being called in. He does have more T80s. That will pose a bigger threat, obviously, to the 2A4s and the 2A3s. He is winning the infantry fight at this side. At the other side, Motostocky BMP is kind of being pushed out across open ground again here, taking fire from those tanks. Rapira is good fire support though. 10 minutes left of the game. Currently +3 to Razzmann. It's going to be a challenge for Tanner to pull this back and get the points needed to win this game now. Another T80 PVK called in. He has a lot of T80 PVKs. Is that 6? Or 7? Or 8? There's a lot of T80 PVKs. I'm not even sure how many that deck can take. M48's there moving in on that Rapira. Rapira gets one kill. The Motraz Vedka should kill the other. But not in one hit, unfortunately. Artillery being used by Tanner to slow down those units. Unfortunately, his little push there has failed. The Motostocky in the open just taken down. Back to neutralized on the points for the moment with that T80 PVK in the center. Has moved back out the point very briefly. Oh, good use of artillery there by Razzmann. Takes out the annoying tank gun that is causing him so many issues over that side. Very good use of that artillery. Jaeger coming in down here to try and deal with this infantry. Another Rapira coming in for the center, I expect. Well, Razzmann is in a good position. All he has to do is hold. He doesn't need to be super aggressive here. Command tank once again being moved out of that center point. T80U pushed right in here. Where is it going? Looks like 2A4 firing at the infantry at this side. T80U perhaps pushing in to try and get that, but obviously at the other side of this point what he doesn't know is there is a Leo 2A3 rapidly moving up and the 2A4 now to get side shots on that tank. That tank is going to be caught in a crossfire. That poor T80U is going to be shot from one side or the other by a tank shell. Is turned towards those two, but the 2A4 at this side should finish the job. There it goes, annihilated. There was even a cluster coming in there, which has gone for the T80 PVK at the other side, which is again out front. Takes two sets of bombers and the 2A3, which is badly damaged, obviously, but again, out of position, that T80 BVK, taking a lot of fire. I mean, to be fair to Tanner, he has so many of those T80 BVKs, you kind of have to use them as frontline tanks, I guess, if you've got a lot of them in your deck. Good use of artillery throughout the game by Tanner. He's done a really good job with that. Oh, nice. T80 BVK gets the kill on the Leo 203. Does look like there's a lot more blue on the map, but it could just be because it's more clustered. 5 minutes left. If Tanner is going to make a move, he's got to do it soon. Tunguska goes down. I think, unfortunately, Tanner does not have the forces to do a proper push now. He's lost too many of his big tanks. And he would need some rapid points at the moment to overtake Razzmann in the next 5 minutes. HE Bomber coming in there, going for that Leo, but it has reversed out of the way. Jaeger are killed though. T-80 BVK being moved up once more. That is the only command vehicle in that central point. T-80 once again caught in crossfire. And boom, that is game. There is no way that he can come back from this now. And that command obviously means that points will start ticking up again for Razzmann. Well played, guys. Very well played to Razzmann. If you watch Razzmann carefully when he's playing these games, his actions per minute are very, very high. He does a lot of micromanaging. I've got to give him credit for that. As much as we will banter with each other, I have to give him credit for that. He does have some very impressive micro skills. Still some skirmishing at the other side of the map there with those Spetsnaz. But again, there's just way too much there. 4 minutes left of the game. Tanner cannot possibly hold back all of that infantry if Razzmann wishes to push. No more commands coming in now. Just some attack helicopters. Looking for some kills perhaps. So, for round 1, Razzmann and Tanner take a 1-all draw. No one comes out on top. Come on, WARNO players. You need to smash Razzmann. Can't let a Wargame player win this tournament. It'd be very embarrassing. Attack choppers moving in slowly in the center here. I will note that watching this live, by this point Tanner had already given the GG. He just didn't surrender straight away. Healers coming in the center there, just being charged across. Surely there are enough Rolands to deal with that in Fliegerforsts. Yeah, Roland's mincing those things. Oh, Roland gets artilleried into oblivion right at the end. But all of those choppers going down. Seed coming across now. But only Roland 2's left, I think, there. So Seed, not much use. Two-minute mark. F4F coming in. Finishing off those 2 choppers. Very nice for the F4F, and there's the surrender finally. Commiserations, though, Tanner on that second game. Very well played. Not a huge difference in kills to losses for such a long game. Let's have a look. What came out on top there? Leo's obviously doing well. Jaeger Aufkel doing a great job there. We're not giving MVP to a tank. We never do. Let's move on down here. Tunguska did a really good job. Artillery was doing a good job. I think Tunguska's probably really impressed there. They killed a lot of aircraft alongside this Jaeger Aufkel, which got a lot of kills. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. Remember to stay tuned for more games from the tournament during the week. And I'll see you all soon.